Okay everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 3. I apologise for the break. I've been having a little bit of trouble with the PC. I had to reset it all back up. I'm hoping the settings are pretty good. Hopefully we'll have a bit more of a stable time. I did have a little bit of a play around whilst not recording. But other than that, we should be good to go. Obviously we've just defeated Vort. Currently back in Firelink Shrine. I did a little bit of practicing on the Lothric Knights just before the boss fight. So I have in fact picked up the Lothric Knight's sword and the Lothric Knight's shield as well as their armor set. But I'm not going to use those for a little while just so that it doesn't really affect much. We'll get some other armor sets and stuff before we do that. And what I'm going to do with the souls, which is something that I advise doing, we are just going to stock up on firebombs. These are going to be really, really useful in the coming area. So I advise at least getting one stock's worth, so 20. It's only going to cost you 2,000 souls, so you'll need to kill a couple of enemies for that to happen. We are now in a position where we can move on. I'm going to put the embers into here because I like having them nice and conveniently in there. Cool, so with that, it's time for us to carry on with the adventure. You guys will have to let me know how you're finding it. So, to Vort of the Burial Valley. We could have already pushed on to the next bonfire, but I wanted to do this at the beginning of this very episode, so it should be cool. Sorry about any blowing, I've got a hot cup of tea. Tea is always required for recording. Right. Let's make sure the mouse isn't going to interfere. And here we are. So, as I was saying before, the Lothric Knights that I got some parts from are over that way. But we are now going to be heading on over this way. The game is running fairly smoothly, which is nice. That's good. Let's go head on down this way. Now, obviously, feel free to take in the sight whilst you're up here. Lots of stuff to see. Almost everywhere that you can see down there, we are going to be heading to. It's a really, really cool thing to kind of take in, really. So, let's make a move. Okay, so with our cinematic descent finished, and our demon friends all sorted, we are now down. That's really cool. Never really noticed we could actually see him from this distance. That's really cool. So that's basically where we're going to be heading first. We're going to go and speak to that guy over there. We're going to make him into our friend. I don't actually know if we can see where he's firing at, but essentially he's firing into like a little graveyard. And as we've tried to traverse it, if you don't make him your friend, he will fire at you. So we're of course going to prevent that. First things first though, I think it's a soul item we've got over here on the left. Yeah, some extra souls, always good. Don't think there's anything else, so we're going to go on around. Obviously, don't forget, like what I just have done, forget to tag the bonfire. The next one isn't particularly far away, but just in case you do die, you don't want to have to go through all of that distance all over again. Now coming down here, that gate that you see that's closed ahead of us is going to open. Some dogs are going to come running out of it. The guys out front here aren't really aggressive, so it's only really the dogs you kind of have to worry about. So if you can kind of take them down before they've killed all of the bait out here, you'll have an easier time with them. So we'll try and do this quickly. Dodge was lucky there. Whoa. Come on, boys. Wow, I seriously need more poise. I was expecting to at least poise through a couple of their attacks. Alright. Cool, so progressing. Not difficult, we simply pull the switch. But first, we're going to kill this guy. But more than that, we are... Oh, I thought we'd get souls from him. Don't even get souls. We're going to head over this way, and we're going to gain access to our first spell vendor. Now, I do like doing intelligence build, and we are going to do an intelligence build. However, I think I'm going to start out using pyromancies, which aren't very far away, just because they're really, really good and they're pretty useful. But with the knight, as I was saying, we can respec into plenty of different forms anyway.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
Absolutely. This guy gives you access to some of the strongest NPC help in the game, as well as a hidden ending, and some cool spells to begin with.
Oh, I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
Now then, be aware, if you do not know about this guy, you can go and get yourself 5 free levels from him. It just take a little bit of time, nothing huge, but I like to reserve this until the last possible minute so that we gain the most kind of souls worth of levels out of him, so we'll be doing that later on. For now though, we're going to grab a Homeward Bone. Obviously we can go straight on back to Violent Shrine, take advantage of the new abilities that we have access to. Our intelligence isn't really high enough to be using anything of great note just yet, but we may well put a point into there as we're going through. For now though, let's carry on forward. Right, so let's grab the lever. And we've got Mr. Big Machete. This guy's not going to be too bad, particularly with a good shield. So I'm going to take this guy straight down. There we go. Let's take a look at our Titanite shards here. So we've got 3 Titanite shards, 3 more, and we can get this weapon up to +3, which is going to raise our damage considerably, which is great. New bonfire, quite shortly. Really, really big spurt, 3 bonfires here, which is kind of crazy considering how spread out they are in the next area. So heading up here, we've got 2 guys that are going to come out the door. I don't know if they'll patrol out already. Here we go, look. Obviously the giants up there still shooting. You still can't quite see where those arrows are going. So you've got 2 guys coming out here. Be careful, try not to get caught out by the guy with the pitchfork, because he does have some pretty good range on it. So just take a decent roll back and you'll be fine. So in here, I'm going to switch to two-handed mode. These guys, you just slash them, and down we go. Small leather shield. Nothing all too important. We're going to go around here. This essentially saves us getting ambushed by that guy. Be careful of these guys. They're small, but kind of tricky. They do like to try and trick you, and they can cause quite a lot of damage, particularly early on in the game. There's another ambush below us, but I'm sure there's a way we can circumvent it. Where is he? There we go. Oh no, didn't quite get on it. I was hoping to get onto the platform there. But these guys don't really aggro on you whilst you're dropping in, so that's kind of cool. That's him down. There's another one somewhere as well. There he is. One on the left. No, thought I heard it. Oh, there he is. He's up there, look. So we're going to grab this. Charcoal Pine Bundle. That's going to be pretty useful for us when we get to the boss fight. We're going to do a similar thing to what we did with Fort. Grab this other charcoal bundle. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. I'm not too worried about him. We don't need to kill everybody. Obviously, generally speaking, this guy isn't already out there, so do be careful about this guy sneaking around on you. I'm going to head around here. I think it's a coin. Oh, repair powder. Why do I always think that's a coin? I wonder if that's changed. Anyway, and here we're going to cut this body down. That's going to give us Loretta's bone. Now, by the time we get to the end of this area, we are going to be ready to go and sort out the bottom level of the tower, if you guys remember from the previous episode. So first up, we're going to drop off onto this. It's just going to save us a little bit of damage on the fall. And get this Loretta's bone. This is what's important here. And here is why firebombs become important in this area. So we're going to head over this way. We're just going to try and free aim this over here. Like so. That did not go quite how I'd have liked. At all. Are you going to come on your own? That would be lovely. Generally speaking, I usually get both of them with that. It's really weird. Sorry about the sneeze, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Let's get this guy. Come on. Obviously, we could use these for a drawing mechanic, but we're going to try to take these on nice and slow. And next up, we're going to throw at this set of barrels over here. Now, I don't quite know how much we can separate these. I do still need to make sure I've got a few left, but we've got more than enough for the area, so... Come on. Yeah, they're all going to wake up. Right, so let's deal with this guy really quickly. Really want to try and make sure she's not got too many friends. Now, obviously, her attacks are blockable, but as you can see, we've got a meter building up at the bottom of the screen there. Sorry, guys. This is the first time... Well, not the first time. This is the second time we're going to have come across the bleed mechanic, so be careful of that. Ouch. I totally mistimed that dodge. Now, for the first time fighting her, she definitely is absolutely worth defeating. We're going to run around this. There we go. Oh no, we missed the chance for the backstab there. Come on. That works for me. Now, she does have a lot of sweeping attacks, so you need to be careful if you're going to go for that. But you can get in for the backstab there. There we go. Miss Cuddly. All finished with the backstab. Good. These guys usually join in the fight, but we've been pretty lucky this time. One worker got up. Cool. And a firebomb back. Excellent. Ouch. Stop that. Cool, and this is why you want to defeat her at least the first time. We're going to defeat this guy as well. We're going to clear the full area out. Just because, why not? There's a couple more. Here we go. No, go away. Any more? These guys just want to keep on coming. I'll take a free Estus. Boom, drop sack. There we go. Right, so we've got more enemies down there. We can clear this way, but we're not going to be going this way just yet. Up there, you're going to have a body with lacerating knives on it. You can use a bow to shoot it down, but I'm not too bothered. I don't even know if I've got a bow to use. I should have. Here we go. I guess just to show it. Ooh. We'll go ahead and do this. Where is it? Ooh. There we go. Like I said, I don't really recommend it unless you want them, but for the sake of getting everything. There we go. Cuckoo knives, that's what it is. Either way, I think they cause bleed when you throw them, so quite handy. On this bit, what's a pretty good idea is to go around on this left side, which should draw a couple of people out of that door. There we go. Which essentially saves us getting ambushed. So we're going to do that now. Cool. So, probably a good idea just to point out that there is in fact another pathway down that way. But if you go down there now, the giant we were talking about earlier, who's up there, will fire his arrows at you. So we're going to do this right hand side first so we can go speak to him. So yeah, and at this point, we get another fork in the road. This one takes us to a hidden covenant. So we're going to do this now, and then we'll essentially homeward burn back out. And, wow, that would have actually staggered me. Yeah, we'll do this now, homeward burn, and then we'll run past the fat lady, just so you guys can see me doing that. Right, let's get out this way. So you want to try to be careful here. You don't want to get caught by too many attacks in one go. Because the amount of ranged attacks these guys will throw at you is pretty crazy. But we are going to get rid of them all nice and quickly. Boom. That's you. I'll get rid of this guy over here. Mr. Ambushy. There we go. Can I get the drop sack? Oh no, it's going to fall off. That works for me too. Right, so with all this cleared, we're going to jump off here. Obviously, you can just walk around. But we're going to talk to this guy.
Nana disappeared. So Grunton carries a cage. He ever has his cage. And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
It's really weird. I don't know why he says all
Nana
this.
disappeared.
That's the same thing. Right. So once he's been spoken to, yeah, he's dead. Cool. We can go around to this bit just here. Drop off this side on the right. Oh, before that, let's go down with bone. Obviously, you can homeward bone back from here. We're just going to drop off this bit. Now, be careful of this guy. He shouldn't be aggressive unless you attack him. And obviously, you can get into his cage. But before we do that, and here's something I always forget to recover if I cut this off here. I think this is a fire resistance ring. Now, what I want to do is get it on my right side like that. That's it. No, 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 no. Oh, it didn't work. Stop it. There we go. Bounce around there. Oh, it fell off. God damn it. I wonder if we could survive that with Spook. That'd be interesting. An interesting shortcut. I really want to try that now. I may try that later. Because this could be an amazing shortcut for the assassin. In any case, we're going to get into this guy here. And here we go to a secret area. And that is Hodrick. Now this guy's going to come in and out of the game in a few different areas, but essentially he's kind of important to the storyline, particularly a lady's storyline that I'll explain later on, and you guys will see as we proceed through the game. So first things first, we want to grab this, and we'll talk to this guy.
Well, what's happened? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise?
Indeed.
Yes, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad.
There we go. There's the homeward bone. So let's take a little bit of an exploration of what we just got there. So now we have a new covenant available to us, which is the Mound Maker's Covenant. Feel free to cut this all you like. I don't really know kind of what the connectivity for it is nowadays, but essentially you basically get summoned into somebody's world as a neutral player. So you'll get summoned in like a purple colour, and what that will mean is that you can both attack the player and you can attack the enemies in that world, so you can either help or hinder the player however you see fit. And depending on what you accomplish, you can gain obviously the Covenant rewards to get the stuff from here, which I think is pyromancy based. So with that done, we're going to use one of these. We're going to homeward burn our way back to Bonfire Lost Rest Stack. So we're going to run past everything, get straight back to the Twitchell. I probably should go and what's the word? Grab that ring that I missed. But I think I'll do that offline rather than having you guys watch me try it several times. I say offline, it doesn't really make sense. Whoa, he's like stood through the floor. Right, so let's make our way around. Come here. Stop that. Right, I'm going to make our way past here. And again, as I was saying before, no real need to fight all these guys. So we're just going to bypass them. Obviously you can in fact use, I don't know, I don't really know if it's worth it, but you obviously can use your fire bombs to get yourself some extra souls if you wish to. But I'm not much of a fan of that. So we're going to wait out here. They should patrol through. No, apparently not. Apparently they want to make a trap out of themselves this time. I can see you, don't worry mate. Come on. Oh wow, I missed. There you go, get out. Where's your friend? I can see you. Stop this lunacy. There we go. And then don't be fooled. We've got one here. One here. Oh. There we are, so that's these guys going down nicely. Soul item here if I remember rightly, yep. And then we've got a different version of these guys dropping down with the flamberge. Be careful if you get too close, he will drop attack you. Ooh. And his sword does do considerable damage if he gets a clean hit. So, through the door. Caduceus or Caduceus round shield on the right. We're going to get a dude drop down to ambushes. No, he's not going to drop down, he's just going to shoot us from behind. Okay. Will he come down to do this? Nope, usually he drops down, that's really weird. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a heal here anyway. Just underneath that that bridge there is the next bonfire. So rather than say as I do, I'm just going to do it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. There we go, cool. So as you can see, basically just run your way over and drop off. You can see where the path is. Whoa! Don't linger for too long because they will carry on throwing stuff at you. Oh, that's just me being silly. And now I'm even thinking about dropping off there. But we're not going to do that. Right, so. In we go, resting in that bonfire. Being as we've now done this, we are going to nip back to the filing shrine. Not going to spend any souls, but I do want to strengthen the Estus Flask, so we'll do that. Hopefully I've not bored you all to tears yet. It's nice being back on. Right, so we need to go to Andre. Where is he? I don't think we have enough stones to upgrade. We only picked up one, didn't we? Yeah. Still need 2 more. So let's reinforce. Nope. Reinforce. There we go. Yes. Make sure we've got 7 on heals for now.
Be careful.
You end up with a total of 15 Estus flasks, and I like to go 10 to 5 heals to blue ones. And doing it the way that we're doing it now means that even if you are a caster, you don't really need to worry too much about the magic style stats just yet. For now though, I'm going to carry on. Well, then now is honestly the time where you may want to think about it. As very shortly, we're going to have access to essentially the basic abilities for all 3 of the kind of beginner style magic. So up here we're going to recover the Pyromancer. I suppose recover might be the wrong word. Ouch, stop that. So we're going to get rid of all these guys. Now, resetting this is going to give us a great advantage in a second, and you're going to see why soon. So we're gonna grab this here, which is a hand axe. Still not many armor sets yet, which is a shame. Talk to this guy.
Unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Absolutely.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
And so it will be mine soon. So now we have the ability to get pyromancies. He will actually give us the catalyst or the casting item for that for free. So we can go and recover that soon enough. Right then, so here's a great use for firebombs right here. So we're going to jump down here. And that's going to aggro this guy. Now what I want to do is I'm going to draw him near these barrels. Hey, stay locked. Draw him close to these barrels, and we're going to throw one of these at him. Boom! And that's called I win. So with that done, I'm going to go over here. And down this way we actually get the fire clutch ring, which basically means that from now you can quite effectively be wielding fire magic, or pyromancy as everybody else likes to call it. Oop. So we're going to head on back through. Obviously you do need to leave the area to reset this if you want to do this multiple times for this guy. Although dying counts as that anyway. Alternatively, if you don't want to fight him, you can essentially, instead of going up the roof, you can come down and drop off that part just there. But with that done, we can head on over this way. We get souls for these? Don't think I do. No, that's a shame. We've got the lady. Where is she? Yeah, she's patrolling much. So she's over there. Now she'll patrol continually, and while she's at that end, coming down this way is fairly safe. Now, as tempting as it is to go straight across there right now, what we are going to do first is unlock the shortcut. Oh, that's the dog down. Careful of the dog. He can be surprisingly annoying, as with all of them. In here we've got a couple of small rats. There is a giant one in the mist, so don't be tempted to run past them. It's 2 down. I knew they were looking for that jump. It was a bit weird that they didn't. Kestis. For those that want a box. Ooh, we got pretty lucky there. We didn't actually aggro the big one with the little ones. Good. He usually comes with them, but clearly wanted to stay asleep this time. Here comes Mummy or Daddy, whichever you prefer to call it, along with the Bloodbath ring. Now coming through here, Emberd is extremely likely to get us invaded by the NPC that we met for the Covenant that we just got, the Milemaker's Covenant. Hodrick, his name is. We're going to light this up. And that's basically all we need to do here. Obviously we can rest, but that's going to reset all of the enemies, and I'd prefer not to do that. So we're just going to jump down here again. Didn't hurt, which is great. So just make the run past. Now I believe it's an ember on the bridge that we see over here. I'm tempted to pick it up, but I'm pretty sure that's just going to get me killed. Because these guys not only run at you, but they'll also throw those pots, and they're quite nasty. Let's see if we can get him to throw his pot. Go on. Are you going to do it? The other cool thing is maybe we can get him to drop off. I don't know whether or not they'll fit through these doors. Let's test this. On the fly experimentation. Love it. Are you going to come in? Are you going to come in? That would be lovely. Now, if we can get these guys to drop off. No. So they get stuck at the door. Oh, no, he does. There we go. So if he comes down here, there we go. So we're going to run off over this way. Come on there, dude. This is Joe Hammer Cheese right here. You can't do nothing from there, mate. You are stuck. Right, let's get past him. That'll do nicely. Now he can't climb ladders. So just because I want his souls now. Come on, finish him. There we go. Let's go and get his buddy. Oh my god, I did not realise that would work. Where's his friend? Let's go do this again. Joe Hammer and his cheese. Everybody wants it. Here comes the pot. Come on then. Let's have you. Come on, wait, it's coming here. Come in here with me. Come in here. That's fine. That's fine. Come on, you can get in. You can get in. I know you can. Your friend did. Don't get bored. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I mean, I'm happy to cheese you through the door if you don't want to come through. That's fine too. This is hilarious. The guy's nearly dead anyway. Oop. Oop. Yeah, be careful with this guy. He's quite obnoxious up close. Need to get out of the way of that. Quick. And that's why I don't like fighting them fair. In all honesty. One hit left on him anyway. He's down. There we go. Cool. So that's how we cheese those guys. Happy with that result. Which actually allows us to explore this area quite nicely. Don't think that guy will aggro on us unless we go near him, so that's fine. Dogs around the corner. Alluring skull. It's not really particularly amazing to get, but we're going to get it anyway. Get out. There we go. That's this guy. Alluring skull. Cool. So we could go and try and running jump, drop attack him. I wonder if that would knock him off. Oh, nearly. No. Can I do it again? I'll take another drop attack. Go on. Yes. Get it. Cool. That's all three of those dealt with. Usually I just run past them all. But cheesing them was cool too. It also means we can get this done in a much easier method because we can talk to this guy straight away now.
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You here, in this land of hollows. You're like a frail maiden on the front lines.
Ain't nothing frail about me, dude.
If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty.
We know, we
Enough
know.
death to leave you broken. Time after time. Yeah. If like the others, you'll
Right, cool. So that's him all spoken to. Now, obviously, there's a locked gate down here. We are going to be opening this up later on in the episode, so don't you worry about that. So first things first. It's probably best that we go down first. Now that I think about it, I think that's more coherent. So we'll do that. Let's go up here. We're going to get a lift that goes up. This is kind of one of those tricks that's kind of all over the place in Dark Souls, where you can kind of like send the lift in multiple directions. And obviously Sigvard here can't work it out. So we'll talk to this guy. Everyone's favourite onion bro.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow?
Not yet.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... well, that doesn't get me anywhere.
Right, so we're going to head downwards, and he's going to head upwards. Now down here is a fairly challenging enemy. However, we got 17 firebombs, which is going to be 20 in a second when we rest at another bonfire. And we're going to cheese him. So come over to this item here, that's going to aggro this guy. You can pick it up straight away. But I always find if you stop there for that second, he jumps on you. As you can see, it's really, really aggressive. Oh no, he's going to frostbite me. It's going to run on. Now once you get to the door, you're basically safe, because he can't attack you whilst you're opening it, and he can't come through the door. Which is basically why we win. So we're going to rest the bonfire. This is going to replenish not only my heals, but the firebombs that we bought earlier. And then I'm just going to throw them all through the door in. Now, I'm quite happy to do this until he dies. Even the game's not liking me doing this, that's funny. As you can see, he just quite simply cannot come through the door. Ooh, I didn't realise that had such range on it. Move quickly. Seems like the game is glitching out, it really doesn't like me doing this. Whoa. Now, of course, I could go in there and fight him in his weakened state, but to complete the cheese, let's just throw everything at him. We've got those kukris too, let's do that. Maybe we'll cause bleed on him. God damn it. Come on, get him. This is so slow. Keeps missing. There we go. We get there in the end. Along with a nice new weapon, which is also cool. Of course, you can rest there if you wish to. I could to replenish firebombs if I wished, but I'm fine for now. So we're going to head on back in. Grab the ember. And then head back up the lift. We are where we are going to speak to Monsieur Giant. Obviously, at this point, try not to die. We are already on 2 levels worth of goodies. Goodies being souls. And then to get up, we're gonna go like this. And we're gonna go speak to the giant. Here we go. So please guys, let me know how you're finding the series so far. This is probably going to be quite a long episode because this area has lots and lots of things to find. Obviously we just heard Sigvard there, so we are going to go down to him in a second. I can't remember which side we actually have to jump off. So I may actually have to take a couple of tries at that. I apologise if that's the case in a second. But essentially we go up here, talk to Mr. Giant.
Who are you?
Make peace.
I help anytime.
There we go. And once you've done that, basically, when we go through certain areas of the game, he'll fire arrows, which help us out. Now, I can't remember if there's any items around here, so we'll take a look. You can get a ring from him from killing him, but I would advise doing that later on if you are going to do that. So, back down we go. Which side was it? I can't remember now. Yeah, it's this side, look. There we go. We roll off. onto the wooden planks. And we find Sigvard again.
Ah, oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
There is no thinking twice. This is another point where it's a good idea to use a bow. So I'm going to equip this. I'm going to go down this way a little bit. Where is he? Oh. There we go. Just hit him with an arrow. There we go.
You should have waited.
Doesn't even need to hurt him.
Well, it's too late now.
So, we're going to take this off. Now, Sigvard is enough to defeat him on his own. Although you may not want to chance it. You do not want him to die. Oh, he caught me with his attack. I was going to try and get a free drop attack on him there, but I was thwarted. However, you can wail on this guy, because as you can see, he is staggerable. And with Sigvard here, bringing hits in too, there's not really all that much you can do about it. And that's the Taurus Demon dude down. Get ourselves a fire gem, which is again another reason I don't really like taking it early on in the game.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make.
Woo! Sigbrow!
Valor, my sword, and our victory together.
Thank you very much.
Long may the sun shine.
And there's another gesture.
I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Okay, so with that done, we can carry on with this little area. So we're going to move on around. There's only one real, well, I suppose there's two really dangerous points. One of them is pretty soon. First up, we're going to get, I think it's the large club. That's pretty close by. Where is it? Which isn't too bad if you like your strength. Yeah, large club. Which, as you can imagine, is basically just a huge stick. But if it's anything like the previous games, I've not used it, but it probably has great strength scaling. Here's a pale tongue, which is the second item that we needed from this area to unlock stuff in the previous one, which is good. And now we have an extra armor set, so we can actually start customizing how we look if we wish to. But I'm not too fussed just yet. We have got some pretty decent stuff on, so not too desperate for that. This area, you do need to be careful about these guys. Oh, it's not letting me lock on. He should drop off. Come on. This is where I'm going to wish I put fire bombs back on. He's not going to drop off for me. That's a shame. Did I get fire bombs replenished? I didn't. I have one black. That's a shame. Oh well, never mind. Anybody watching this, bring fire bombs with you. So it will make these little things easier to fight. So, can I get it? It's not going to let me get it, is it? So these are going to drop off when you come in here. Try not to get trapped by them. Be careful because they do have like a minor ranged attack where they can't kind of throw poo at you.